All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Stiforp Responder Training. This is going to be a series of short videos designed to really simplify the setup process here within the Stiforp Responder. What a phenomenal tool that was created to help all of you really take any business opportunity to the next level. Again, we know without question that Stiforp is going to be a household recognized name. When you look at the tools we bring to the table, especially something as powerful like the Stiforp Responder, once you truly understand the behavior of this system and how it all works, you won't be without it. And I promise you, any networker that you know out there, you're going to be telling them about this system. And so again, what I want to do is really simplify, things like how to update your profile, how to import your leads correctly, how to also set up and create a campaign, correctly, how to activate your campaign, things like your broadcasting, how all of that comes together here within this system. And so the first thing that I want to do to kick off our training is this section where it says My Profile. Ladies and gentlemen, it is critical that where it says address, that all of you have your physical address in this section. In order for the Stiforp Responder to actually work, it has to be in compliance, meaning that you must have your address filled in, your city, your state, your postal code, of course your country, and then of course don't ever forget to save the information. So make sure, double check, triple check that you have this information filled into this section, because again, this system will not work unless it's filled in properly. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the contact list section here. So of course, to have a campaign, you have to have an audience to actually solicit to, correct? Absolutely. So this is where you're going to actually bring in that list that maybe you're purchasing out there, or that you have generated through your own marketing efforts. It doesn't matter. This is exactly where you're going to actually bring that list into the actual Stiforp Responder. And so from working from left to right here, where it says search, once you actually begin to build a list, if you're looking for a particular person, you can actually just type in their name. So if it's like Roy Jones, and you can then hit find, and then of course it will sift through that list and find that Roy Jones, or if there's multiple Roy Jones, it will then pull them up for you. Right here where it says status, here within the Stiforp Responder, you'll notice the status of either active or the status of unsubscribed, which basically means when someone's information within your list shows active, means that they are eligible to receive a campaign from you, receive a broadcast from you. Once someone has made up in their mind to actually opt out, they will then show the status of unsubscribed in this section right here. So it's very simple there. The list name, ladies and gentlemen, of course, once you actually start importing your leads list into the My Contact List section here, you'll actually then be able to start naming your leads list. So as you can see here, I have already begun that process. I have 5 different lists that I've already uploaded in here. As you see here, gotleads.com. I've got one that's called Main. I've got one titled Member, one titled My Opportunity Plus, and I also have one titled Pre-Enrolled Lead. So again, once you actually begin the process of importing your own personal list, then you'll be able to name it as well. And I will show you all here in a few moments how to make that actually happen. And right here, as far as the display, this will show you on this page here the number of people on the display list. I tell you all, just keep it at 40, makes it very simple. So the first thing we're going to do to import a list is right here where it says from an outside system. We're going to change it to import a list from a file. Now once we've selected from a file, we're going to go ahead and select import. So contact import. Right here where it says comma, we're going to go ahead and leave it the way that it is. Where it says file, we're going to go ahead and choose a file at this time. So we're going to begin the process. So as I scroll down, this is a list that I've actually uploaded called Marcus number 1. I'm going to go ahead and open that list up. And you'll notice here it will reflect that I have actually successfully selected the file of choice, the CSV file. And I'm going to go ahead now and upload that file by clicking the upload button. Now I'm going to go ahead and what we call map our list out. And so it's very easy to follow here. As you see here, this is an example of the list that I have imported here, which everything looks clean. So at this time here where it says skip first line, I'm going to actually say no because everything looks good. If I saw that information here was missing, then I would probably go ahead and skip the first line. Now, the actual name list. This is where I want to go ahead and name that list. So let's go ahead and at this time I'll call it Stiforp list number 1. And now we'll go ahead and begin the process of mapping everything out. So as you see here, Jim D. So Jim is the first name. So we're going to go ahead and tell the system that on this list, this section here is going to be the first name. This is going to be the last name. Of course, that looks like an email, so we'll go ahead and find the tab email. Phone number. And that right there is the IP for that person there. We'll go ahead and now tell the system to import this particular list. And I've got a signal telling me done importing. I'm going to say OK. So, of course, now it's going to bring me back to my contact list page. And if I click here on the drop-down window, I can scroll down there and the Stiforp list number 1, I can go ahead and select it. So as you see here, I have selected again the Stiforp list number 1. And by clicking on the Find tab there, as you see here, my contact list reflects 118 contacts here. As I scroll down, I have 3 pages, which basically means that the system has sifted through and has pulled that particular list. And if I wanted to find another list, I would do the exact same thing right there. So as you can see, very simple to do. I would tell you maybe watch this tutorial a couple of times, but shouldn't take you too long to master how to properly import your personal list. All right? We'll catch you on the next training.